Okay, good Erev Shabbos, everyone. We're recording ahead for the Mishna Yomis for Friday, as we're sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shalom ben Avram Alevi, Pel Bas Ruvain, and also Lila Nishmas Shlomo ben Mordechai, and for Shalom and Fel Yomis Mechai Sarah, for the Schus of Avram and Yom Ben Ishmael Malk Yehudis and family, by Yol Klugman and family, for the Panos and Gesund and Nachas. We also are sponsored. We also have a mind for Avigdor Arya ben Rivka. We are starting the sixth parak with Mishnah Beis and Mishnah Gimel. Ha'isha she'amra hiskabel ligiti. If a woman said, "Accept from me my get," so then, remember, once she said, "Accept from me my get," as soon as the husband gives the get to the shliach, she's divorced, so Sricha Shtei Kitei Edim, she's going to need two sets of witnesses. Shnaim she'amru oimrim b'faneinu amra, two witnesses that testify that in their presence the wife delegated the shliach to accept the get for her. Ushnaim she'oimrim, and two witnesses that testify b'faneinu kibel v'kara, that in our presence this witness accepted the get from the husband and tore it up. Now the reason why he tears it up is because it's talking about a time of Shmad where there was religious persecution if somebody was found with a get. Afilu, of these witnesses, afilu heina rishayim ve'eino achronim, it could be the same set that saw the woman tell the shliach and the same set that saw the husband give it to the shliach and see him tear it up. Or Ruvain witnessed the giving of the, or what happened. Or what happened is, let's say Ruvain testified that he saw the wife tell the shliach, and Chaim testified that he saw. Chaim testified that he saw the husband give it, and the Echad Mitzaref Imam and B'Tzalel saw both. So he was Mitzaref with Ruvain that he saw the. He saw the husband, he saw the woman delegate the shliach to accept the get, and he also saw the husband give it to the shliach, and the shliach tear it up. Nara hamarasa, a betrothed maiden, hiva avia mekablan esgita, a betrothed maiden, that means that she's from 12 years old to 12 and a half, and she's betrothed. Either she, because she has a yad already, she's over bas mitzvah, or the father can accept her get, because until she gets married or becomes a bagris of 12 and a half, she's still in the rishus of the father. Rabbi Yehuda disagrees. Rabbi Yehuda ain't shtei yadayim zoiches keachos. You can't have two different people at the same time. Ella, until she's 12 and a half, avia mekabel eskita milvad. Only the father can accept the get on her behalf. Even if the father accepts the get on behalf of her daughter, of his daughter who's a katana, if she is not mature enough to take care of her get, the father cannot accept the get. As the Rav explains, the pasuk says, "V'shilcha mebeisai," and he sends her from his house. He could only divorce someone who, after he gives the get, won't return to the house. If she doesn't have the maturity to know that once she's divorced, she shouldn't return to the house of her husband, then even the father cannot accept. She's not old enough that the father can accept the get on her behalf. Ketana she'amra Mishnah Gimel. Ketana she'amra, if a minor says his skabali giti, what happens is Shprinza tells the agent, Ruvain, accept the get on my behalf. Now normally, once the husband gives the get to the shliach, she would be divorced. But since a ketana doesn't have shlichus, so ain't a get, it's not a get, get liyada, until the get reaches her hand. and therefore the husband could back out until it reaches his hand. If he could back out until the get reaches her hand, because a minor can't make a shliach. Remember, the father could accept the get on her behalf. If the father told Ruvain, say this gabalabita gita, go and accept the get on behalf of my daughter. Now the father can make him a shliach l'kabbalah. Then once the husband gives the get to the shliach, if he wants to back out, he can't back out. New subject. If the husband Chatzkel says to Reuven, give this get to my wife Shprinza in Boropark. And he gives it to her in the 5 towns, puzzle. It's not a good get. Because the husband, he doesn't know anybody in Boropark. He didn't want it to be given in 5 towns. He didn't want people to start talking about it. So, but if he says, she's in Boropark, and he gives it to her somewhere else, kosher. Because then just Maramokim, he was just telling her where she could be found. He wasn't makbid that it should be given bedafka in Borough Park. Now, similarly, if the wife says, except for the get for me, only in Kensington, the kibla and he accepted it for her in Muncie, puzzle. Because she didn't want it to be done in Muncie. Rebbe Eliezer says since she could get divorced against her will, even if she says accepted for me in Kensington, she was just showing him where it's going to happen, where the husband is going to be. But even the Tanakama says if she says bring me my get from Kensington, and he brings it from Muncie, everybody agrees, even the Tanakama, that is kosher. We want to thank you very much for joining us. Remember, as we just started Bava Basra, join our Zoom daf on Motzi Shabbos when we'll learn 2 blat, daf Gimel and daf Dalid, at 10:45 p.m. on Motzi Shabbos, and during the week at 5 to 9, Emetz Hashem, at zoomdaf.com. We are looking for a sponsor for the Chumash for Shlach, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a wonderful Shabbos.